Hey, if you're dealing with back pain, more than likely you have a hip mobility issue. I did, and I resolved it. And so I'm going to give you a little test that you can do right now to see how mobile your hips are. And if you're dealing with a hip mobility issue, it's going to be directly linked with back pain. And the reason being is that we have a kinetic chain all throughout our body where certain joints are supposed to be mobile and other joints are supposed to be stable. So long story short, your hips are supposed to be mobile and your spine is supposed to be stable. But because of today's sedentary lifestyle, the hips end up being stable and the spine is mobile. And this is putting unnecessary stress on the ligaments, tendons, and discs in your lower back, which can cause compression, deterioration, and bulging discs, etc. So, I'm going to show you real quickly what I do to get my hip mobility going first, but I want to show you how I used to squat and how I squat now. So before I found the magic formula for back pain relief about 15 years ago, this is how I used to squat. What I would do is I'd kind of have to lean forward and I couldn't really get down deep, and if I did, it felt like it was grinding and really tight and tough. Right? So I want you to test yourself. Can you squat down like I can right now, which is I can squat all the way down, knees bent, and I'm comfortably in this position. Okay, are you able to do that? If you're not able to do that, then more than likely you have stability in the hips, lack of joint mobility. This is going to cause mobility in your spine because you have stability in your hips. We don't want that. We want stability in the spine, mobility in the hips. Here's another simple test you can do. Go ahead and put your foot up on the table, and now you can kind of just lean forward, and then are you able to get your shoulder past your knee? Are you able to put your head down and get your knee up above your entire body? If that's extremely painful for you, then more than likely the hip mobility or lack of hip mobility is part of the issue connected with your back pain. So, those two exercises, what I just showed you, will actually increase your hip mobility. So what you can do right now is you can go ahead and put your foot up on a table and just start to kind of lean forward and backwards. Do about 8 reps on each side. Right, switch sides, lean forward and backward. This will start just mobilizing the hip a little bit, and then you can start to go a little bit deeper into your squats each time. Just that alone should help give you some relief. But if you're looking for even more relief, I would definitely recommend our back pain relief program. We have videos of it online that show some of the basic movements. Right? It's a long process and program. There's step one, step 2. All right, so let's mobilize the hips right now so that you can squat deeper and feel better. First thing I would like you to do is you can hold, if you need to hold on to something, you're going to just pull your knee into your chest. We're going to do that a few times just to kind of mobilize the hips a little bit. Okay, and then you're going to do the other side. We're going to do about 5 reps. You can do 8 reps if you'd like. Okay, and now we're going to do the reverse of pulling the knee back. You're going to pull this, lean forward. Like I said, if you need to hold on to something, pull, lean forward, and repeat about 5 times. Okay, this is just going to loosen up the ligaments and tendons around everything. So if you need to hold on to something, do it because you want to lean forward just a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to take a stance with your left leg back and your right leg forward, and you're going to firmly press your feet down as you push your hips forward while your abs are tight. You don't want to arch the back at all because that's going to put compression. So you want to just lean forward and bend the front knee as you try to keep that back heel down. You can lift it up slightly, but the goal is to feel the stretch right here on the hip flexors. Okay, then switch sides. Same thing, you should really, the tighter your hips are, the more intense you'll feel this. So you want to do it a few times. Push the hips forward. Feel that good stretch in the hip flexors. You can also take a deep breath in while you're doing this. If you've seen my breathing, let's do one more set. Let's do it with the breath. So we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. And then push forward and go deeper, bend the knee more. And as you exhale, it relaxes the body, puts you a little bit more into parasympathetic drive. And we'll do it with the other leg. So deep breath in. Exhale. We can go deeper into the stretch. All right, now let's test out your squat. So you should have done this, about 5 reps where you lean forward. Okay, 5 reps of that. 5 reps of this, just pulling in. 5 reps of this. Minimum, each side, and then the stretch. Okay, now we're gonna do the squat again and see how you feel. You should feel a lot looser. You should be able to go deeper. If you can't get to this position, you may want to make that an end goal, because if you're able to sit in that position is extremely healthy, not only for your back, but for all of your organs. And actually, it's very healthy for your gut, and your gut is directly connected with back pain. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. I'm going to end the video here, but we, for thousands of years, would squat in that position a few times a day to go to the bathroom. Now think about what we're doing today. We sit on a big bowl where our hips are parallel, and this is unhealthy actually. When you squat into that position, the knee and the thigh pushes into your bowels, and it helps open up the colon to release more of the poison, which is really what we're processing out. And nowadays we're consuming more poisons, so we need to move our bowels more. That's a whole nother topic, but you can see how when everything functions better, the chances of back pain decrease dramatically. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any comments, questions, go ahead and leave it below. Our Back Pain Relief for Life program is designed specifically to stabilize the spine, mobilize the hips. This is just a small snippet of how fast you can see relief and see your body change. I hope you found it helpful. Have a great day.